Okay, I wanted to follow up where we were yesterday and the first thing I'm going to do is show going to KDP for ebooks. Now, this is the document we had. What I want to do is do it side by side. Okay, so this is where we ended up yesterday with whatever's going on here. And all I wanted to do was show how easy it is to put this up on KDP straight from this document. Now notice this is a little large, and that's going to become important. And you'll realize you do some trial and error when you put it up and you modify it, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So what I want to do is simply save this. I think I have to just exit. Okay, now now I'm switching over to Amazon KDP. There we go. Okay, now this is the bookshelf. Okay, these are the books. Okay, I've already loaded this to see what it would look like, but let's start. What I'm doing is let me go to continue setup. I did the first page. This is a mock thing, so I'm not publishing anything here. So here's your setup. I'll just show you copying your cover file. It has to be a JPEG, and I downloaded it from Canva. I know that you can go otherwise through the KDP cover generator. This is how I do it. This I do it for both paperbacks and ebooks that way. So that's loaded. And let me just load the manuscript, which I have here. Sample, it's most recent, uploading. And we may have to wait a second. Okay, let it finish uploading. And I'm going to pause the video while I'm waiting for, let's see, you go to here, it's loaded. Let me hit launch previewer. Shouldn't take too long. So while it's doing that, the next thing I'm going to try to do is show you how to create a paperback. Basically, a little bit different steps, specifically converting your Word document into a PDF, and then uploading the PDF for both paperback and for hardcover with Kindle. I'm not going to show you at this point how to make a hardcover or a paperback cover through Canva. That's kind of a separate thing, and I know a lot of people have someone else do their covers. So let's give this another second. In fact, I'm going to just pause this for a second while it loads. Okay, I didn't have to pause it for that long this time. So let me go to share screen. Okay, now this is the cover I uploaded from Canva. Okay, so that's my cover, and then here's the text. Okay, you see this is big, and this is what I was talking about. That was bigger in the original, so it's bigger now, and I'd want to modify that. But then this is exactly how that book, notice that it's the paperback ISBN. This is exactly how that book formatted from scratch looks on KDP for a Kindle ebook. Now you may have noticed something. The second chapter, I didn't get around to drop cap. I did it here. So there's the capital. I'm sorry, the drop cap there. And there we go. So basically, the point here is, let me swap my screens here to want to open sample document. Okay, how this document converted into that Kindle, that really nicely formatted Kindle. It didn't, these headers and the page numbers didn't matter. It broke the paragraph. I'm sorry, broke the chapters where I wanted them broken. Let me just do one more thing here. With that, let me go back to that. Go back to the preview. It should open very quickly. I shouldn't have closed it, but let's see. Saving, boom. Okay, so again, we would modify this, easy peasy, boom. Let it load. You could, if you think that drop cap is too big, you could, in Word, you can make it two-line drop cap instead of 3-line. It defaults to 3-line. But again, you can change that however you would like. And there's one other thing I want you to see. See, this is boom. Just gonna put this up. Pausing it for a second. I'm back. What I wanted to do was get to, you recall that when we were doing this yesterday, I wanted to show you a style for letters. And because I wanted to show it to you, I put some returns. But these are actually returns, but this isn't how it should look, because this should be on the prior page. Anyway, you can see here, it has, and it's a little difficult to see, but it has this is several different styles, you remember. This is the deer letter style, letter deer style. This is the letter body style. This is the letter N style, okay? You can see that it is maintaining the style characteristics you gave it, which is italicized and 0.2 indent left and 0.2 indent right, and first line of the letter body indent 0.2, and this indented a bit more. So you can see that little bit of style, the formatting has been carried over here. So if you were to have your, for example, text, whatever style you use for text messages, that would come through on this. And that's really what I wanted to show you. So you want to backing up here. So, you're doing your Kindle book, and then you go through, the process of going to the next page, et cetera, and setting it up. So my point is, let me just stop the share. My point simply is that you can take that document that was raw when we started, go through the styles and the sections, and I'm afraid sometimes I referred to sections as styles in one of the earlier ones. I apologize. And then once you've done that, you can upload it directly to KDP. If there's a problem, as you saw, there was the Roisin Campbell on the heading front page was too big. You would just edit that down and make it smaller, and then check it again, go back and forth. A lot of KDP is trial and error. That's especially true of paperback covers, because you're dealing with lining that up properly. But for the ebook, you can see that all we did was pretty minor stuff. You may have noticed that the paperback ISBN was in there. You'd have to change that or take it out completely, so you don't have an issue. You have it all set up for printing, but you're putting an electronic book in and it ignores that formatting. So it's not a problem. You don't have to take it out. So now I have a book, and once I finalize that, all I need to do is change the ISBN, and then use the exact same text to upload as a PDF, and then upload to KDP. And I'll do that shortly in the next episode of this adventure show. But that's how it works. And one thing to remember about KDP, it's the same is true of draft to digital in terms of ebooks, is if you find typos, okay, you fix the typos and you upload the new book, and within a few hours, the corrected version is up. I did that with my new novel yesterday. 3 words were missing. It's no big deal. I added those words, uploaded the document to KDP for the ebook, and they're already in effect. So for all the evils of Amazon, it actually does a pretty good job in terms of this type of thing. So the next thing I'm going to do is the paperback book, but I'm going to stop this now, and we're going to go. And then the next one will cover that. So thanks.